The unseen threat. Why did the Blackwood Forest animals all disappear? At first, no one noticed anything was wrong. Blackwood Forest had always been alive. Birds calling at dawn, insects humming beneath the leaves, deer moving silently between the trees. It was the kind of place where sound never truly stopped. But one morning, hikers entering the forest felt something was off. The air was still, too still. No birdsong, no rustling, just the sound of footsteps echoing through an unnaturally quiet landscape. Within days, the truth became impossible to ignore. The animals of Blackwood Forest were gone. All of them. Not just the large mammals. Not just birds or predators. Everything. No deer, no foxes, no rodents, no insects. Even the streams, once teeming with life, appeared empty. An entire ecosystem had vanished simultaneously, leaving behind a forest that looked intact but felt dead. What made the event so disturbing was the lack of physical evidence. There were no carcasses, no signs of disease, no mass migration tracks. Nests remained undisturbed. Burrows were empty, as if their occupants had simply stepped out and never returned. Whatever happened, it happened fast and with precision. Environmental scientists were among the first to arrive. Initial tests showed no obvious contamination. Soil samples revealed no known toxins. Water sources tested clean. Radiation levels were normal. From a chemical standpoint, Blackwood Forest should have been thriving. Yet biologically, it was a void. Local residents reported strange changes in the days leading up to the disappearance. Some claimed the forest had grown unusually quiet at night, as if the animals were already withdrawing. Others described a sharp metallic smell lingering in the air, appearing briefly before vanishing. A few spoke of headaches, dizziness, and an overwhelming sense of unease when near the forest, sensations that faded once they left the area. Then there were the sounds. Several witnesses reported hearing low-frequency humming late at night, too deep to pinpoint, more felt than heard. Low-frequency infrasound is known to cause anxiety, disorientation, and nausea in humans. Animals, far more sensitive to such vibrations, often react long before humans are aware of a problem. One theory suggests the forest may have been exposed to a powerful natural phenomenon, a release of subterranean gases, such as carbon dioxide or hydrogen sulfide, seeping silently from the ground. In certain conditions, these gases can displace oxygen, creating invisible dead zones. Animals would instinctively flee, while smaller creatures might perish quickly without leaving obvious remains. But this explanation leaves troubling gaps. Why was the effect so uniform? Why did no bodies remain? And why did even insects, creatures that often survive extreme conditions, disappear completely? Another hypothesis points toward electromagnetic disturbances. Sudden shifts in the Earth's magnetic field, whether from geological activity or unknown sources, can disrupt animal navigation. Birds, insects, and mammals rely on subtle magnetic cues to orient themselves. A strong localized anomaly could trigger mass disorientation, driving animals away in every direction at once. Yet again, the scale feels wrong. Migration is chaotic. It leaves traces. Blackwood showed none. As investigations continued, researchers noticed something else. Plant life appeared unchanged, but subtly stressed. Tree rings from nearby samples showed abnormal growth patterns, beginning just before the disappearance. Fungal networks beneath the soil exhibited signs of disruption, as if the forest's underground communication system had been interfered with. This led to a more unsettling idea, that the threat was not something animals were escaping from, but something they could sense long before humans could measure it. Throughout history, animals have acted as early warning systems. They fled before earthquakes. They abandoned areas before volcanic eruptions. They reacted to dangers humans didn't yet understand. Blackwood Forest may have experienced a precursor event, a signal of impending catastrophe that never fully arrived, but was enough to trigger a mass exodus. Then there are the darker theories. Some suggest experimental activity, unacknowledged testing of technologies capable of emitting sound, radiation, or energy fields designed for purposes never meant to intersect with wildlife. Others believe the forest sits atop something buried, a geological fault, an abandoned industrial site, or something older and unexplored that briefly awakened and then fell silent again. No evidence has confirmed these claims, but the absence of answers has allowed them to thrive. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of the Blackwood disappearance is what happened afterward. The animals did not return. Weeks passed, then months. Even migratory species avoided the area. Trail cameras captured nothing but empty frames. The forest remained biologically quiet, as if marked. Ecologists describe ecosystems as resilient. Life usually rushes to fill a vacuum. Blackwood did not. It lingered in a suspended state, intact but hollow, a body without a heartbeat. Standing in the forest today, the silence is overwhelming. Without birds or insects, sound travels farther. Every snapped twig feels amplified. Visitors often report a sense of being watched, not by something present, but by something that left. Whether the cause was a rare natural phenomenon, an environmental warning, or something humanity has yet to name, Blackwood Forest serves as a reminder of how fragile balance truly is. Life doesn't always vanish with violence or spectacle. Sometimes, it withdraws quietly, all at once, leaving behind a question instead of a corpse. And perhaps the most unsettling thought of all is this. The animals may not have disappeared because something happened, but because they knew something was about to. Something the forest felt first. Something we still don't understand.